Hello everyone, and welcome to the Joe and Zach Survival channel. Earlier I did a video first on making jerky, and then later on 3 different kinds of jerky, and in that process I got a couple of requests wanting to know how I built the smoker. So what I've done here is done the very best that I could to kind of make drawings and do like a lumber list, things and what you'll have to cut, and then we'll just kind of go through it in videos and pictures here and try to, hopefully you can see how I did it, and it won't be that difficult. I have to give props to the people that write directions for different stuff, because it really was a pain in the ass. But anyway, if you have any more questions about it, let me know, and let's just go through this, and hopefully it'll self-explain itself and you can make your own smoker, because this one works really nice. I want to give you a tip on when you're cutting the door out. You'll have your full 24 by 48 inch piece of plywood. Mark the door the 1.5 inches in, 3 inches up on the top, 3 inches or bottom, 3 inches down from the top. And what you do is you cut this side and cut here just about this far, so you get the saw past where these are going. And then, so this will not be cut at all. Then put all of your hinges on right away before that plywood can move. Then continue and cut it the whole rest of the way, and then when you open the door, it'll always be exactly where it was, and your saw cut makes the gap so it doesn't hit. And then, but throw these in afterwards in case there's any movement. But anyway, just cut this side, here and here, put your hinges on, then cut out the rest of the door. Okay, so as you can see, this is my, what is that, 17 by 24 inch bottom piece of plywood. And you end up with the same thing on the top. That sets your square. Over here we've got the 16 by 48 sides, and of course the back is a 24 by 48, as well as the front where we have the door cut in. And now we have our 2x2s here that go up and down, and then these are 48 inches, and these of course are the 13 in between. So when you put your rack supports in, you're going to have this space behind there. And these racks here, I bought all of them at Menards or Home Depot, I'm not sure which one, and they fit right in there real common. You can go to any of those stores and they'll have these same lengths. So that's why I built it this size. I've had them a lot bigger, and I've had smokers a lot smaller, and I'd say this is about the right size. I could use one more rack sometimes, but this isn't bad. And when you're doing this, you've got to have this center one going across here, because the back, the plywood holds it, but if you don't have it on the sides, this can eventually kind of bow in like this here. So I put the one across. That's why on the drawings I have this one going all the way across and these two butting into it. Doesn't really matter how you do it, just got to have one in the center. In my smoker here, I use electric hot plates. I've done it with gas before. I didn't like it. A lot of people use gas, but I didn't like it because it seems to me like you're fighting the moisture from the gas at the same time that it's, trying to dry stuff out. And especially in a homemade smoker, I'm sure if you had one that had a smokestack and the gas fumes went out, you know, all that wouldn't be a problem. But I use this here. I love it. I like to have one of them that when you put it on high, it's always on high. It doesn't go up and shut down, go up and shut down. Because then if I put my chips on this one here, they always will smoke right away. And I have the second one in here because I'll do jerky down to 25 below zero in the winter. This one here is adjustable. So I can go low, medium, high, and it'll just heat up and shut back down again, which works really, really good. You can see I just have a hole over on the side right there where I run the cord out. I run the 2 cords out and just plug it into like a 3-way and then run 1 cord to it. Here you can see where my thermometers, or whatever you want to call them, come in through the door. I've got one up here up high because heat rises, and then I've got one down about center so that I can check both of them against each other just to make sure what the temperature is. My top one here is a digital. I just turn it on, you wait a few seconds, and it tells me what it is. And then this one here is just a regular one, and they really run really close, but I usually watch this one the most. I've got 4 hinges. They don't have to be fancy, as you can see. They were just what I had laying around, and 2 latches. And the reason why you need 2 latches is because this is a 1/2-inch plywood. It'll tend to warp, especially once you get that moisture going in there when you're making the jerky. So by latching both of them, I don't have any problem with it really opening up or anything like that. And then just a handle. I do have a couple handles on the side for moving it, and on this side here and the other side I put holes in to let the smoke out. It's really not necessary because it does leak out through the door, and these were made to be adjustable, but I just always, they're just the way they are all the time. I don't move them. And I keep the heat, when I run, I get it set up, I like to run it at 117 to 120, and I can keep that heat exactly at the temperature as long as the outside temperature stays about the same for the whole entire day or overnight. And then you'll see when your jerky starts to get done, when there's less moisture in it, it'll creep up a few degrees and it'll just stay there, and you kind of know that your jerky's getting close. I just have some regular old shingles on top. Pretty simple. One thing in the drawing, you can see there's a 7-inch 2x2 which goes behind here to nail to. I did this one a little bit different, but that I think would be an easier way to do it. This one here, I just hung my plywood down and screwed through here, but it's the only reason it's there is to hold this board on. Well, I hope this video helped you guys. If you want to build your own smoker, feel free to leave any comments, because I'm sure I've got some gaps in there that people aren't going to understand. I'm just doing the best I can. But thanks a lot for watching the Joe and Zach Survival channel, and good luck.